there's a lot of fake artists out there. There's a lot of fucking phonies out there. You know what I mean? I literally grew up getting high in the tunnels, running from the cops in the sewers. You know what I mean? Going into Hell's Pit, going into the Wash, going into Zelda's Tunnel, and finding, you know what I mean, if somebody didn't have no money for paint, couldn't steal no paint anywhere, the shit was locked. Gotta go shaking the spray cans on the ground to hear how much paint is there and just get up. You know what I mean? 2-3 tags and that was it. The can was empty. Throw that shit. Find fat tips on the cans. Take them. Go home. Put them in a bottle with alcohol and shake it up so it could be clean so I could use it again.
Mad Max was the turnout of my lifestyle. Smoking green, blowing white clouds to build the blue skies. Conversating with the gods by my wildflower to let them know that it's the gods hour. This love's the never-ending saga. Gods by my wildflower to let them know that it's the gods hour. This love's the never-ending saga. Gods by my wildflower to let them know that it's the gods hour. This love's the never-ending saga. Gods by my wildflower to let them know that it's the gods hour. This love's the never-ending saga. Walk through the sands of times like Gara. On the other side of that gad is karma. You wet Prada, the devil like inside your box now. While the angels fly over my headstone.
We are back with another episode of the God's Hour podcast with your boy Big motherfucking Serves back in the motherfucking place to be, La Merca Superior, Palace 81 Studios in the building, live and direct, high and energetic today because you know what? I'm having a good motherfucking day. Last podcast episode was super kind of damp, you know what I mean? We said rest in peace to Athena. I have all these episodes and shit mixed up just because I have so much shit to do. And all like, you know, we recorded the podcast with my grandma, my tia. That was literally on Thanksgiving. That was the Thanksgiving holiday special, if you didn't know. And I had Athena planned to do like another day because I just kind of wanted to have like my own energy and space dedicated to my koi fish because she was really beloved to me. This time we have numero 62. Respect the art, man. Respect the art at all motherfucking times. If you don't know what these are right here, if you've never heard that sound, if you've never heard that sound right there, if you don't have one of these, bro, you're not an artist. I don't give a fuck what you do. I don't care if you fucking paint roads. I don't care if, or actually, you know what? I should kind of chill the fuck out. Artistry is in its own respect, but you know, as you can clearly tell right there, this is primo shit, primo art, but respect the art regardless. Why do I say that? Because a lot of shit, you know, and I always go back to the letra because it's always true. People want instant gratification, whether it's money, sex, drugs, you know, they want things now. They want things their way. I could even get caught up in that too. I don't want to say, you know, it's just, this is a whole societal thing. Like I have really bad, aggressive not road rage, but like I'm really aggressive on the road. I'm definitely a offensive driver, not a defensive driver. You know what I mean? They made defensive driving techniques for motherfuckers like me because I just don't know how to chill when it comes to the road. Sometimes, you know, I do understand, like, if there's trucks and things and the elderly, handicap, all that, I give respect to them. But when it comes to kind of like if I'm late or if I think I'm going to be late, I'll fucking fly off the rails. And I don't really like doing that, man. I kind of want to get better at just chilling the fuck out. But let me open the curtain so we get more lighting right here so you can see my beautiful face. You know what I mean? That God done blessed me with. So another reason why you got to respect the art, man, is because all these video games are coming out. God of War Ragnarok came out. That looked like a beautiful game. Pokemon Violet came out. And it's literally been 10 months since Legends Arceus came out. I think overall Arceus was a better game. It runs better. Violet, the new Pokemon game, not that it's trash. I mean, I barely played like 20 minutes of it. So that just goes to show, man. I think I'm kind of done with Pokemon. I think I already said this on the last podcast, but I've been taking a break from Pokemon. I haven't played Pokemon Pokemon Go every day. I want to get back to it. I haven't been walking every day like I did. This was kind of been really crazy. I've been walking every day now. I was walking every day for months, like a long time, right? And now I kind of stopped. I want to get back into the groove of it, man. I want to challenge myself because as humans, we kind of fucking bullshit sometimes, or we get into this comfortability that needs to be shaken up. You know what I mean? As humans, and as a man, you got to challenge yourself as a man and be better every day. Women could do it too, but I mean, just speaking for men, I don't know the experience of a woman. So right now I'm not speaking to the ladies per se, personally, from the perspective. I'm just saying as a man, you got to challenge yourself. You got to, you got to look fly. You got to get them haircuts. You got to, take care of yourself, hygienic, whatever it is. You got to maintain. You got to look nice. You got to wear nice jewelry and shit like that. And this isn't jewelry to stun on people. This is just, you know what I mean? My jade tiger chain I got from China and my silver Mayan chain that I got from Mexico. So I'm representing the cultures, baby. I'm really like out here trying to bless people with the knowledge and the science. You get what I'm saying? I'm kind of veering off into some other shit, but Pokemon Violet, I don't know, man. I feel like they really rushed it. They try to get a cash grab off of that shit. And you could really tell, bro, because when you play the game, you're like, okay, so I'm playing God of War 3, phenomenal game. The story isn't blowing me away. It's kind of just continuing off of God of War 2, obviously, but it's not it's not what the newer God of War games are, but granted, this is a 12-year-old game. You dig what I mean? So the fighting sequences are dope. The graphics, they upped it by a super large margin. I already covered this before, but I'm just comparing it to Pokemon Violet. Like God of War 3, it looked like they spent a shitload of time just getting the graphics up to par and making it look like the next level God of War game. And from it being 4 years from God of War 2, I would say in every facet, even like the audio, you know what I mean? Which I'm like an engineer and all that. I really pay attention to the audio quality. And I feel like even that has gone like up, from just like the way the chain sound like when he swings them and shit like that. And just overall, the gameplay is really dope. Violet, on the other hand, it feels like the same game. It literally feels like if Pokemon Brilliant Diamond and Sword and Shield had a baby, and then that's what made Violet. It doesn't really seem like they spent too much time on it. I mean, how much time do you have to develop a game 10 years apart from the last game? Pokemon is $1 billion company. There's no reason why there's no voice acting. There's no reason. What the fuck was it? Was a fucking. I'm hearing fuck. I heard a sound over here. I was like, hold up now. But there's no reason why a game like Pokemon. There's no reason why a company like Pokemon is making lackluster fucking games. Meanwhile, what is it? Santa Monica Studios. I don't know if they're under Ubisoft. I don't know any of that crazy shit, but they're making top tier fucking quality games. God of War is probably gonna win all the year of the year awards. I don't know what under they're doing the votes now, like the voting. I don't know what is for who's doing it, like Game Informer or whatever. But God of War Ragnarok is gonna win like all them shits, in my opinion, because there's no other games that are out right now. Every other game fucking sucks. They're making games about cats, zombies versus plants, fucking just bullshit ass games, just so it'll hold you down until like 2 months from now you get another bullshit ass game, half-ass game more specifically, I should say, because they're not bad games that are coming out, they're just not good. And I was just talking to the homie NC right now, shout out to the homie NC, where we literally talked about video games that were classics from 2010 alone. I think it was God of War 3, Red Dead Redemption, Assassin's Creed 3, Black Ops, the original Call of Duty Black Ops. Hopefully they don't rename that shit, because if they rename Black Ops, I'm going to be super pissed, because you stripping away the legacy of what the real moniker was. And so we're talking about video games and shit. And 2010 alone was a strong year. 2021 or 22, I mean, there's literally been shitty ass games that I could name more than any good game. Pokemon Legends Arceus was literally, it shouldn't have taken Pokemon this long to make a game like this. You get what I mean? And if you don't understand what I'm saying, every Pokemon game is the same. It's literally been the same shit. You start with one Pokemon, you battle the first gym, the second, the third, the fourth, the fifth, the sixth. You battle the Hall of Fame. You catch Pokemon on the way. And once you're done with the game, you catch the legendaries and you catch all the other Pokemon. They've been doing that since 96, bro. 96. 2022 Legends Arceus is the first time. It took them 26 years? 26 years for them to finally shake the formula up. You don't battle anybody. You could battle other Pokemon, but the sole purpose is for you to catch Pokemon. It's an open world. You could do whatever you want, however you want to do it within like the confines of the story. But even then, it's like, bro, how did you not make a game like this 5 years ago? It just doesn't make any sense. I know I'm kind of going on like a video game rant at this point, but what I'm saying is respect the art. You gotta respect it. I don't understand why it's taking so long. And respect the people too, man, because the people been wanting some shit like this for a long time. You gotta respect the people, but more importantly, you gotta respect the art. I love Pokemon. I love the video games. It's just that I can't really respect it if it's the same shit. You know what I mean? Like, that's why I'm not really into Call of Duty, because after a while, Call of Duty, it was the same fucking game. Respect the art. Bring something new to the table. You don't gotta always add jetpacks and laser beams and fucking all this other dumb shit. Shake it up. I get that there's only so much you could do with fucking soldiers and the military and the world wars and history. I get it. But at some point, you gotta take a step back and say, okay, what are we missing? What can we improve on? Because the people are going to buy it regardless. So why make another shitty ass trash game or product, whatever it is you're doing, when you can introduce something new? That's something with my music I'm trying to get my own grasp on, because I've noticed it myself. You don't have to notice it for me. I know I listen to my music 1,000 times. Every time I mix, every time I drop an album, I know what's sounding the same. My subject matter. Not really more of like my rhyme style, because that's something that I'm always going to change up. But the other, like my cadence and shit, it's always going to be different. There's like kind of pockets and flows I get into that'll you'll get here and there, but it's not like a Playboy Cardi song where it's the same cadence, him and the Migos, like Snoop Dogg made fun of that shit, bro. Like, him and rest in peace to Takeoff. I didn't want to shit on nobody, but that was the first thing I thought of, because after a while, it gets like, okay, what is there more to this music? There's more to this, whatever it is that you're consuming? Because as a fan, as a consumer, as an audience member or whatever, it just kind of seems redundant to give the people the same shit, the same fucking boring ass shit. This applies to anything art, whether it be, breakdancing or music, video games, it was just whatever. There's all aspects of art that I feel like it comes to a point where it's just the same thing. And I don't want the same. Nobody wants the same thing, man. We want something new. That's how the culture gets driven, when it's just new shit coming out. There's fresher ideas. There's different perspectives. And I feel like with the music, I've been kind of like, my whole thing for a little minute was dropping the most albums I could, especially this year and last year. I think between this year and last year alone, I think I want to say I dropped around 10 to 15 albums. I haven't really checked, but I do know I was in that box where I'm gonna drop an album every year. I dropped the album. I think I only missed one album 1 month this year alone. So yeah, like around 10 projects alone, I want to say I dropped this year. And I don't want to do that next year. I really don't. Me and NC, we've been working on our album, spoiler alert, for 7 months. I want to drop it Christmas. There's no reason it shouldn't be dropped on Christmas. We have more than enough music, more than enough material. There's like literally 3 songs I have left to do, and then maybe we'll cut some and add more. But really, I'm like trying to put like the jets on it and just put out the best quality music I can. And just to challenge myself, this isn't like because I want to rush to any sort of money or anything like that. Like these other fucking dickheads, they want everything now. JG Wentworth, it is their bullshit and they want their bullshit now. That's not me. I don't need to have 1 million fans tomorrow. I don't need to have $1 million tomorrow. As long as I'm persistent and I know what I want to do and I challenge myself, that's what I'm going to do. It's not for no bitches. It's not for no fucking recognition. This is literally about the art, respecting the art as it is. And this year was really more so how many good albums I could do every month. I kind of got that from NC. He told me he wanted to drop a project every month, and I just took that and I just, I was like, fuck it, I want to do that too. And if you fuck with NC, go get his music, man. He got really dope beats. I personally feel like the best beats he has I pick. But there's definitely a lot of good material that he has on his solo projects. But yeah, I've just been going crazy trying to drop the most music as I can, and it kind of, I feel like it held me back a little, kind of burnt me out. I'm trying to do the food reviews, the podcast, the music, the this, the that, and it kind of burnt me out this year. So kind of like my New Year's revolution for 2023 or whatever is to just kind of like make 3 banging albums. I could do it. You know what I mean? Or I'm not really concerned with quantity anymore. I was trying to match the quantity with the quality this year and last year. I kind of want to reverse it where it's just all quality. It's all going to be dope shit. And I already have an album. I already have a bunch of shit lined up for early 2023. I'm not going to get too into that, but it's kind of scaring me because now that I say that, it's varying me more in a quantity. But with this album I have in mind specifically, I don't give a fuck if it takes me a whole year or 3 years like Voodoo Love to do it. Voodoo Love was an album where by the time I got done with it, I'm like, fuck, a lot of these tracks are old. There was literally probably like 2 or 3 tracks on Voodoo Love that were a fucking year old up until the release. I had Voodoo Love done for probably a while. I want to say probably a year. I was done with Voodoo Love like a year before it came out. I honestly don't know why it took that long. I think I just wanted to perfect the mix and all that and kind of give it the proper rollout. But in 2022, man, albums don't need to be done a year before the release. They could be done a month before. And you just get all the promotion, marketing, and all that shit out of the way. But that's kind of what I'm still trying to do with the whole music thing, man. Is kind of find the niche, find my own rhythm, because I know how to make music. I know when I want to make music, how I want to do it, who I want to do it with. Now it's kind of figuring the business out, figuring out how, where it fits and just how to properly market it. All the other music business bullshit I'm figuring out. It kind of sucks that, I think about it more now and it kind of permeates the creative process, but I will never let marketing or popularity or other people's opinions or music direction dictate how I make music, because if there's one thing I'm never gonna forget is why I do this. I literally started making music because it was a passion of mine. Along the way, Raul passed away. And he didn't even get to listen to one of my tracks. I just showed him a beat. I'm like, yo, I want to do this. And he was like, you should do it. And then he fucking passed away. So did I actually, hold on now? When he passed away, I was like a couple months into the music. So maybe I did. I don't know. He was like in and out. He was like in and out of school. I never really would see him. But I don't. Besides the fact that, what my point is, I do the music for a bigger reason, a higher purpose, not to say like, you know, I'm a higher, you know, whatever the fuck. People are fucking weird with that shit. But I really do, man, because this shit means more to me than a lot of other people. I feel like people, they just take their music and they run with it however they want to do it. Whether it be for likes, clout, or whatever it is. I see it, bro. And very, very few people, I feel like, really respect the art as I do it. This is a big thing, man. Respecting the art. I really treat my music as if it's sacred. Like it's something that people fucking from millions of years from now are going to listen to and be like, damn, this is crazy shit. Regardless of how you feel, you could be like, yo, this fool shit is whack or whatever the fuck. But I just feel like I grew up in a time where my voice was never spoken about or spoken on. Like I feel like Tyler the Creator was really the only artist rapper to really embody how, like, I was living at the time, where he was talking about being depressed and he felt like he wanted to cut himself. Not to get into no dark shit, but a lot of what Tyler the Creator was speaking on in his rhymes, I really connected with it. You know what I mean? Like kind of more so like the darker shit. Now I don't really like connect with it like that, and his music now is just totally different. I don't really connect with that shit at all. But what I'm saying is, at one point I really resonated with it, and I want to resonate my music with the people that need to be recognized. You know, the people that don't feel like they have the raza speaking on them, the people that they feel like there's no young Chicano artists having their own lane that represents them. You know, we have the OGs, you have the Dunos, you got you know, like Swifty Blue, that Mexican OT, but they're all in their lanes, you know what I mean? Like that Mexican OT, he does more so the down south trap style. He's from Houston. We have Duno, he represents the podcast shit. He's from downtown LA. I'm the raza that's not from any of these places, right? A very I wouldn't call it an enclave, but just kind of like very, very removed from LA, but still the roots is in LA, but I got my own thing going on, you know what I mean? This is Ontario, and this is how the fuck I'm gonna represent. We got, you know, Grinch and Young Res, but like I don't know where those fools are. I don't know if they're like locked up or something, but I haven't seen them drop anything. I kind of want to do something with them, maybe get them on the podcast, but you know, that's all I'm saying, man. Respect the art. There's no, you know what I mean? I feel like not too many people is looking at it the way I am, and as far as respecting the art, man, I was looking at the Mandalorian season 3 teaser. That shit looks crazy. It looks like they're gonna have a Mandalorian civil war, just literally from like the 30 seconds or whatever of footage it was. It looks really dope. I really look forward to. I think his name is Pedro Pascal. I think that's the Mando Din Djarin. I'm really excited for it. You know, me and my pop, I watched it 2 times. So I watched the whole Mandalorian season without my pop, and then like with my dad too. I'm definitely gonna, like, whenever they announce the release of Mando season 3, I'm probably gonna watch Mando all over again with the Book of Boba Fett, because I know they're gonna have Boba Fett in fucking Mando season 3. They have to, along with the sheriff guy. So it got to connect somehow. But I'm really excited for that. I know Disney's going to come out with some really dope shit. They have to. They can't drop the ball. I mean, Disney Plus subscription is counting on it. I know they went from $8, bro, to like $11 or something like that. It's kind of a jump, bro. I'm thinking about cutting the subscription, man, because I barely watch it and shit. And If I don't, I'm just gonna watch whatever and then review it on the podcast because, you know, I gotta invest my money somehow, some way, you know. But I think I did give a good recap of Mandalorian. Just the season 3 teaser looked really fucking dope. And what is it? Going back to just respecting the art, man, and my whole music shit. I'm not rapping for free. I'm not. If you want to hit me up and you want to get me on a project that you have, it's not gonna be free. It's gonna cost you, and that's with all due respect, because I've been grinding and making music every day. I was making music like every day for like a solid 2 years, bruh. And pretty much like consistently after that, like every day. Whether thinking about it, either something, just figuring out the album cover, the this, the that, the beats, who I gotta hit up, and all this other shit. The reason why I don't really have features is because early on in my career, a lot of producers would get upset at me. They'd be like, yo, why the fuck are you rapping on my beat? Who the fuck are you? You gotta pay me, you gotta do this, that, but you're not Jay-Z. I understand that. I'm not Jay-Z, but you not fucking Jay Dilla, bruh. So if we could get that the fuck out of the way, why can't we just work together? And the thing is, I will rap for free. I have no, and I will produce for free as well. The thing is, I've worked myself into a position where it's like, who are you? If you're an NC, if you're a Nelonius, if you're a Float Lucid, if you're a Mufasa, it's not gonna cost you nothing, bruh. Because we've already built up a rapport. Those are my guys. Those are my dogs right there. And I'll do anything for them besides the music shit. Like that's how it is. Those are the homies right there. Mufasa's family. And it's whatever on that strength. But if you think I'm a dope rapper and you want me on your shit, and I don't know you like that, it's a different story, bro. I don't know you. You know what I mean? Like if you're not hitting me up talking about, you know, have a great Thanksgiving, you know, how you doing? How's your cousin? Or what's you know what I mean? I seen this and that was good. If you're not actively hitting me up, man, this is business. You know what I mean? If I don't know you, if you don't give a fuck about me and shit like that, and you want me to rap for free, sorry. Sorry, not sorry, whatever. It don't matter. Like, I've been doing this shit for so long and I'm so busy right now that the only way you could get me to rap is with a fee. Oh, and I forgot to mention, DJ Adobe Premiere, one of the best producers we got. It's Premiere, is NC, Premiere, Nelonius, and then Float Lucid whenever he comes through again. You know what I mean? Float Lucid is like a motherfucking, he's like a mythic figure and shit. Like y'all haven't seen him or heard from him, but you know what I mean? I'm always gonna represent because he was really dope, man. Float Lucid probably sent me like 11 beat packs or something like that. You know what I mean? And I'll forever be grateful for that. That's the homie. But as far as like, you know, I really gotta shout out the homie Abe the Freak. I already shouted him out before, but respecting the art. That's a homie that respects the art. He wanted me on a project. After he seen me perform, he said, yo, that shit was crazy. He came with respect. You know what I mean? He told me he wanted me on a project. I said, you know, I don't really know you. You know, I hit him with the low fee too, because he came with that. He came with the positive energy. Did it to me? He just seemed like a genuine dude. I said, all right, I'll give him the homie discount. You know what I mean? He said, no, that's no problem. No issues, no nothing. He didn't hit me with you know, well, maybe I could pay you next week. None of that. Just, that's your price? Boom, right there. I knocked the verse out. I mixed it for him. He didn't even got to worry about that shit. That's the type of shit I'm on, bro. Respect. And it's all about just not even money. It's not even about, you know, whatever. It's just about, you got to respect people's time, bro. You know what I mean? I didn't have to. I don't have to. I could have just told Abe the Freak, you know what? I'm going to just send you my verse and give me $100. No. His studio's in the city. I went uptown to go to the downtown of the city I met him. I was in the studio. We chopped it up. We vibed. He told me, you know, what he was gonna do with this album. And it was dope, man. It was a cool, quick 2-hour session. Most of the time, we were just talking. You know what I mean? He even offered to smoke. You know what I mean? He came through with an eighth or whatever the fuck. Not to burn you out, you know what I mean? Whatever. But, you know, he offered me to smoke. I told him I don't smoke. You know what I mean? Keep that. This is about music. And this is another thing I was telling him too. When we're in the studio, we're not here to get high. We're not here, and back in the days, I know I couldn't really, I mean, I was always getting high, so it didn't matter if I was in the stew or not, but literally the studio, we're not getting high. We're not drinking, we're not smoking, we're not snorting, we're not hitting the pookie, we're not doing none of that shit. Any of that shit you want to do, you do it outside the motherfucking studio. You know what I mean? If that's what you have to do to create your music, then that's on you. And whatever you do on your own shit is what you're gonna do on your own shit. I have no problems with that. But if you're working with me and we're doing music together, I really, really would feel very uncomfortable if that's what you gotta do. Or because what it does is it affects the music. Now you're too fucked up. You didn't like Abe the Freak. He told me a story about how one of his homies, he came through and they didn't even record anything. All this fool did was drink, and he was too fucked up to do a verse. So now you're literally wasting time. You're wasting money, and you're fucking just being a liability at that point. That's fucking bullshit. That ain't respecting the art. That's not no G shit right there, to just be fucking, dog, I don't think I fucking, you know what I mean? Like, bro, I'd literally be like, man, you know what? This is the last fucking time you come through right here and try to work with me. Because Abe the Freak was like, man, this shit was really fast. You knocked it the fuck out. You look like you knew what you were doing. I know what the fuck I'm doing, and that's what you're paying me for. You're not paying me to fucking fuck around in the studio, bullshit, take a whole year to write one fucking verse. Where's my book at? Where's my notebook at? It took me 1 hour to write this and to write that. 1 hour. It shouldn't take you a fucking year. Two fucking trimesters or whatever the fuck it is for you to get your art going on. And I respect anybody that his process is different, but you talk to the homie Noah James and he'll tell you himself, man, you gotta be consistent with the music. You gotta be dropping shit. And the crazy shit is you gotta have the quality that matches up with it. So if you're fucking drinking, smoking, whatever the fuck you doing, bitching and moaning, being a couch potato, just wandering around, oh, when am I gonna fucking be famous and I do shit. It's like you're a fucking punk pussy ass bitch and you deserve all the fucking, everyone gets what they deserve, right? So if you're dicking around and not doing shit and expecting this music thing to happen, I'm sorry, bro, but it's not gonna happen for you like that. Not at all. Not on nobody's watch, especially not on my watch. You're not gonna do bullshit like that and expect me to feel sorry for you. You know, you're not gonna fucking come through and think that I'm gonna do everything for you. You know, and this doesn't have nothing to do with the homies, but you can't just expect me to do shit and not communicate with me. At the least. We could chop it up. You could be like, oh, you know, I want this done and I'm gonna hit you. You know what? I might not get to it, or I can't get to it at this time or whatever the fuck. But don't be just out here expecting things out of your career without putting the work in for it. And a lot of people, I feel like that's their problem. They just don't know what they want out of their career. They're 1 foot in, they're 1 foot out. They want to work a fucking 12-hour job every day and think that their music ain't going to suffer from that. That's pretty much why I'm working part-time now, and I want to work part-time now until I feel like working full-time at an adequate job is really going to get me to where the fuck I want to go, because I'm 1 foot in, 1 foot out of my career as far as making money at a company. I am 2 feet, 2 hands, my soul into this, making this music shit, man. And what makes me a better artist, a better musician, a better rapper is with these babies right here. The art. You know what I mean? The video games, you know, taking trips to Cancun. I got another trip I want to set up with my pop. I got to talk about that with my mom when I see her and shit. So that's all it is, man. You got to really respect the homies, man. I'm respect the art and the homies that give respect, I give that same respect back. Speaking about the art, Conway the Machine came out with the Reject. He's like, I don't know. I don't think Reject on steroids was ever on vinyl. And I think this is the first time. I could be mistaken, but this is the first time Reject on steroids is out on vinyl. I tried to get the regular standard edition. It was sold out. Within like the first minute or two, I said, oh shit, fuck that. I got right on it. I bought the limited edition with the Obi strip. I can't wait till that comes through. I think it ships out like maybe December, January. I'm not tripping on that because Conway the Machine, he's an honorable person. You know, he's not one of these artists that you buy 2 albums from and they never send you it. And then when you hit them up, they're like, oh yeah, we're going to send you it. And you never get it. And then years later, 3 years later, you get a notification from your email that says they've been shipped out. And then you never get them again. That's bullshit. That ain't cool. That ain't respect. That ain't respecting the art. Respect the art, man. I want to shout out Conway the Machine, bro. I had an order. I forgot what it was. It might have been Everybody Eats. Or not Everybody Eats. Everybody is Food. And fucking... I think I started seeing people get their discs and I didn't get mine. I hit them up and I was like, yo, bro, I didn't get the fucking, my order. And he told me, what's your name and your address? I sent it to him. I got it back. Thank you very much live from the podcast, Conway the Machine. Great, really great person. I met him 2 times. I shook his hand. Just seems like a genuine dude, you know what I mean? And he's honestly like the most relatable artist, I feel, from this generation making music, especially a generation I look up to, you know what I mean? That like what Method Man is to Griselda is what Griselda is to me. You know what I mean? What Griselda is to us, the culture, because I'm not the only one. You have the Chava Styles, the Mufasa. You got plenty of artists out here that are influenced by Griselda, and they might not say it out loud. And even like Makami, you know what I mean? I know they had their thing, but that doesn't matter because Mak was part of the OG Griselda fold that I feel like, you know, really changed the culture. You had Mak, Camouflage Monk, the God Fahim, West Side Gun, Conway the Machine, and Benny. And that's literally the trifecta, bruh. The fucking heater turned on right now. I'm fucking over here like gonna start sweating and shit, but it's all good. But I wanted to say shout out to Conway the Machine, bro. He's just a really good dude, you know what I mean? I do want to get him on the podcast, hopefully at some point when it's not in my room, when it's in a fucking actual studio. And yeah, just speaking into existence. Me and Conway, we're gonna do a episode, bro. Don't even worry about it, bro. I'm gonna handle them and figure it out. I'm gonna have my own plaques and everything like Bootleg Kev, and I'm gonna get this shit on and popping, bro. Don't even trip. But speaking back to Makami, bro, why are people crowning Roc Marciano as the king of the underground? I get in some aspects what people were saying where, you know, his style and all that, the drumless loops, you know, in that sense, yeah, Roc is kind of the pioneer of drumless music, but let's just be real, man. Drumless loops have been around since like Dilla and before that. So what are we really talking about? I just feel like Roc is being crowned he's being like his accolades are being misplaced. And that's no disrespect to Roc Marciano. I love Roc Marciano. He's a great artist. But I just feel like, why does like West Side Gun always get like slighted? Because no one's talking about how great of a artist West Side Gun is. You know, West Side Gun introduced us to Griselda. He's the artist that introduced us to the new face of Shady. You know, and West Side Gun don't get those flowers. You don't get those accolades. But Roc Marciano does? just because he's been around and making new hot shit. I don't know. I don't get it. And that's what I'll do. Respecting the art. I love Roc Marci, but they got the wrong one on this one, bro. It's West Side Gun. All the way. If we had to narrow it down to one person, because I would narrow it down to one movement. That's the Griselda movement, which includes all the rappers I just said. But as far as West Side Gun not getting his flowers, you're getting them right here on the God's Hour podcast. West Side Gun is the king of the underground. He is the Mike Tyson of this shit. He is the Basquiat of this whole motherfucking thing. Actually, you know what? I would say my comedy would be the Basquiat, but West Side Gun would definitely be like the Andy Warhol. You know what I mean? He's literally that. He's that nigga. You know what I mean? And not to sound racist, no, I know people don't like, you know, other Latinos or whatever saying nigga and shit like that. I don't give a fuck. This is about giving flowers, not no racist bullshit. That's the homie, West Side Gun. I seen him, met him one time. He seemed like a super chill dude. I don't know him on a daily basis. I don't have to know him on a daily basis. This is about respect and giving flowers. So thank you, West Side Gun, for all the music, you know what I mean? Just giving a fresh perspective, giving new life into this hip hop culture, not even the music. Bro, been doing fashion. He been doing the wrestling shit, be doing the music. He's literally the king of hip hop culture. Fuck music. West Side Gun is the fuck a king. He's like the god of this shit, the fly god of the hip hop culture. So I wanted to give Wes his flowers. I want to give Makami his flowers. The whole Conway, Benny, shout out El Camino. What's my dude? Lord Flea. Everybody out there, you know what I mean, that's representing the culture, you know what I mean, and if they're the gods and shit, I'm the disciple. Big Serbs, he's coming next. I'm the next one up, whether you know it or not, whether you want to admit it or not. It's your boy Big Serbavelli on the rise, giving the flowers. Vamos a ver, pues. And going back to respecting the art, man, these is mops right here. These is you would destroy the town with this shit. And there's a lot of fake artists out there. There's a lot of fucking phonies out there. You know what I mean? I literally grew up getting high in the tunnels, running from the cops in the sewers. You know what I mean? Going into Hell's Pit, going into the Wash, going into Zelda's Tunnel, and finding, you know what I mean, if somebody didn't have no money for paint, couldn't steal no paint anywhere, the shit was locked. Gotta go shaking the spray cans on the ground to hear how much paint is there and just get up. You know what I mean? 2-3 tags and that was it. The can was empty. Throw that shit. Find fat tips on the cans. Take them. Go home. Put them in a bottle with alcohol and shake it up so it could be clean so I could use it again. These are just little things, bro, from the graffiti culture that I embody. My name, Serbs, Mufasa, name me that. I was writing Roc before it got burnt out. So I was writing Deco after that. I didn't like Deco, so I went to Serbs. You know, Mufasa was like, you need a new name. He was like, Serbs, you know what I mean? And he wrote it the way he did it with a U, though. I didn't really like how it looked with a U, and then I see him do it with an E, and that's just what stuck, you know what I mean? So I'm really from this culture, bruh. I'm really like fucking like embedded, DNA embedded into this shit. My pops was a DJ, my mom's a hairstylist. I wrote graffiti, you know, I was into breakdancing, I was into the streets, everything, bruh. I'm literally I'm literally a product of the culture, and I'm not going to be anything less than that. I'm not going to be one of these fake, phony fucking artists that are shady and petty as fuck, and they have no background. Their whole identity is based off of shit that they see on fucking YouTube or some bullshit, you know what I mean, that doesn't even really equate to no real shit. I'm the real deal Holyfield, man, and with that, this is the God's Hour.
Max was the turnout of my lifestyle. Smoking green, blowing white clouds to build the blue skies. Conversating with the gods by my wildflower to let them know that it's the God's hour. This love's the never-ending saga. Gods by my wildflower to let them know that it's the God's hour. This love's the never-ending saga. Gods by my wildflower to let them know that it's the God's hour. This love's the never-ending saga. Gods by my wildflower to let them know that it's the God's hour. This love's the never-ending saga. Walk through the sands of times like Gara. On the other side of that gad is karma. You wet Prada, the devil like inside your box now.
While the angels fly over my head.